Now, I will discuss about the basis of evidence, wherein I will differentiate audit evidence from legal evidence. I will also talk briefly about documentary evidence. But first, let me define what is evidence in auditing. So, evidence refers to the information obtained by the auditor in arriving at the conclusions on which the audit opinion is based. So, yung evidence na nag-gather ng auditor will help him or her to share the results or his or her opinion about the audited financial statements sa client niya. Evidence for proof of audit assertions is different from evidence in a legal sense. How? In audit evidence, the auditor should obtain sufficient appropriate evidence to be able to draw reasonable conclusions on which to base the audit opinion. On the other hand, in legal evidence, there is a more rigorous standard of proof and documentation. First, I will discuss about legal evidence. So, legal standards of proof are concepts that describe the quality of evidence for most legal systems. This consists of 4 standards of proof. First is beyond a reasonable doubt. Second, preponderance of evidence. Third, clear and convincing evidence. And lastly is the probable cause. Reasonable doubt is the strongest of the standards and is applied in criminal cases. A reasonable doubt is a doubt founded upon a consideration of all the evidence and must be based on a reason. For example, when a criminal defendant is prosecuted, so yung prosecutor must prove na yung defendant's guilt is beyond a reasonable doubt. So, if yung jury or yung judge sa trial has a reasonable doubt as to the defendant's guilt, the judge should pronounce the defendant not guilty. While on the other hand, if yung judge have no doubt at all as to the defendant's guilt or may doubt nga siya pero unreasonable doubt siya, then the prosecutor has proven the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt and the defendant should be pronounced guilty. Next is the preponderance of evidence, where it is that upon listening to both sides, the weight of the evidence inclines a person with an impartial mind to one side rather than the other. This simply means na meron siyang 2 sides, but one side has more evidence in its favor than the other. Third is the clear and convincing evidence, wherein this is a proof that is stronger than a mere preponderance of evidence, but not convincing beyond a reasonable doubt. So, yung clear and convincing evidence, mas meron siyang high probability na yung fact is proven to be true. Lastly is the probable cause, wherein it serves as the basis for arrest and search warrants. So, sa illustration, makikita natin na yung legal evidence and audit evidence is clearly different. So, wherein yung legal evidence, nagfo-focus siya sa proof and documentation, while yung audit evidence naman is for reasonable assurance. Next naman is yung documentary evidence, wherein these evidences are gathered from written, printed, or electronic resources. So, documentary evidence is very important and most of the evidences is in the form of documents. So, may different types siya ng documentary evidence. So, first is yung documents that originated outside the organization but have been held by the client. For example, yung fixed deposit certificate is an evidence of deposit in bank. Second is checks issued by the client is the second type of evidence which originated from within the organization but circulated to outsiders. Another one is the salary paid to the employees and is supported by salary sheet, time card, and etc. This type of evidence is availed from within the organization and supported by the internal control system. So, documentary evidences consists of computer files and records, email, accounting records, paper like invoices, writings, pictures, documents like contracts, deed, reports, commercial records like from banks, brokerage, retailers, and credit card. And also, government records like licenses, real estate, and legal. So, yung best proof of the contents of a document is the original document itself. However, if the original has been destroyed or is otherwise unavailable, and the court accepts the explanation of its unavailability, secondary evidence may be used. Secondary evidence may be either the testimony of a witness or a copy of the evidence.